It is 4:40 a.m. in the morning, and I just flew what feels like a decade through the middle of the night to land here in Reykjavik Airport in Iceland. The reason we're here, hot springs, like epic scenery, find out if elves are real, go to a luxury restaurant, so much cool stuff. So the trip was worth it, and now I'd like to invite you to come with me. Let's get started. Here's the rental car. I've officially rented my car. I'm driving in Iceland right now. This is the first time I've ever rented a car. You had to be 25 to do it in America, so this is the first time I've done it here. And this is my first time actually driving in a foreign country, so this is going to be a trip for a lot of firsts with me. I get to go wherever I want on this. I don't know how I'm not tired right now. I really should be. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. I made it, man. So we're going to the Blue Lagoon right now, one of the most famous hot springs in all of the world, maybe the most famous hot spring in all of the world. I got a reservation at 8 a.m. and then we're going to a luxury dinner at the Lava House later this evening. It's like a multi-course meal that was like $100 just to reserve the table, so I'm hyped. Arrived at the first stop in Iceland, and look at this stuff. Look at this water. Okay, so this is the Blue Lagoon in Iceland. It's the Blue Lagoon. You could tell why. Like, the water is unlike anywhere else you've ever seen anywhere before on the planet or in the galaxy. Like, it's crazy cool here. This is all the cold water, but I have a check-in session in about 30 minutes where I get to go soak in the warm pool. They have a breakfast restaurant here. They have a luxury restaurant for dinner here that I'm going to check in at 2 o'clock later today. And just look around at Iceland. It's like it's similar to Craters of the Moon in southern Idaho, but it just doesn't end. And they got this crazy moss on it. This is supposed to be the home of the elves out here in these hills. Oh gosh, let's go inside. Oh my gosh, this is the Blue Lagoon. Oh my god. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I haven't slept in like a day. I've been flown so far. I just had to drive across the Icelandic freezing cold and run around in the morning. And I'm here. And it's just the best. Oh my gosh. So a couple bonuses that come with the premium package. They come with face masks that you get. See, this is some sort of stuff that you rub on your face. It's gonna look super pretty, I'm sure. It looks pretty awesome. And I think we still got 2 more to try. Look at this. All right, face mask number 2 now. First one was like a scrub off the dead skin and stuff, like an exfoliation thing. This one's a deep cleanser, supposed to last for 10 minutes. I've never done this before, man. I've never been to the spa before. I've never done anything. And I feel so pampered. This is so fun. And the final mask is the moisturizing mud mask, I think is what they called it. This one feels the best so far for sure. This is so cool, man. Just the luxury that you get when you come in. I'm a big hot springs guy. I've been to a lot of hot springs, but the luxury that I'm getting at Blue Lagoon already is pretty unreal. And now I get to go get a free drink over at their in the pool bar that I'll take you with to see that. This is pretty special. And after masks, at least with the premium package, the green wristbands, they give you a free drink. So I just got a little mango spinach smoothie here. And it's awesome, like the rest of this place. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna relax for a little bit now, and then we're gonna go get breakfast over at the cafe. See you soon. Dinner tonight. Look at So this is the Lava House restaurant, and it's coming already.
And here is some homemade bread for you. And we have here the sourdough and the malt bread, like the whisk roll.
Do you home make this?
We make it here. Yes, we have a bakery
Whoa.
in here in the house.
All right.
And the butter is whipped together with Icelandic skyr yogurt. That's why it's so fluffy in texture. On top of that, it's seaweed and sea salt, and we serve it on the lava rock.
I couldn't have turned on the camera at a better time. Look at this. Okay, one of, if not the highest rated restaurant in Iceland. And we're gonna find out why right now. That tastes so homemade. It sounded like I said it is a bad thing. No, that's so good. I've never had smoother butter than that. It tastes almost like whipped cream. That's amazing. Oh, this was a good choice. First course after the bread is langoustine soup. So this is baby lobster, which sounds kind of horrifying, but it's so good. It is so good. The third course here is the lamb. I haven't had lamb in years and years and years, but this comes with some sort of sweet potato yam puree and roasted carrots. So I'll take the first bite here. Let's see what we think. That lamb. It's interesting. If you've ever had goat cheese, you can taste like it's almost a flavor that like hits you in your nose when you eat it. That same thing of goat cheese flavor is almost in the fat of the meat, which is awesome. I haven't got dessert yet, but best food so far is definitely this bread specifically. This bread with this butter. Oh, that's the best. Last meal of the night, astupungar. A little Norwegian donut over a chocolate mousse. That mousse is legit. That's for dessert. I still prefer Vermont maple creamies more, but that chocolate mousse especially is very good. That completes our time at the Blue Lagoon on this trip to Iceland. I'm sure I'll be back because this place is pretty cool. It's a grade the day so far. Just this part is the best. This is the best part for sure. Just seeing it in person and putting on the face masks is such a cool experience. Lava House restaurant, I just spent about $140 on that meal that I had, and it was good. Honestly, not the best food I've ever had. That bread was the best part of the meal, hands down. That bread and that butter was awesome. Lamb was good, dessert was good, lobster soup was good, but the rest of it, there's other places I would go for food, but it was very fun, and that's what trips like this are all about. So let's say goodbye to the Blue Lagoon. Now we get to go check in to the Airbnb. I'm here. I just made it to my Airbnb I'm staying at. You can see the mountain over here in the distance, and this is like the most beautiful little place. So check this out. Come with me and check out where I'm staying. So this is the Airbnb. Got a little kitchen over here in the corner, a little fridge, a door that doesn't quite close, but it's not winter yet, so that's not a huge problem. We've got a loft upstairs, but it's mostly storage right now. I haven't even been in here yet, but beautiful little bathroom with a shower, like kind of off-grid, not off-grid. It's nice off-grid and in the mountains without all the luxuries of home. And then here's the bed where you can pull this out. And here's where I'll sleep tonight. But we got Wi-Fi over here. You can see the sun is shining. And Joanna, the housekeeper, just told me, oh, there's elves here. You best bet there's elves here. We've got a motion light outside, so if it turns on in the middle of the night, I'm gonna be up, right? And looking for these things. But man, I'm exhausted, all right? I've been flying all day, haven't slept hardly at all, went to Blue Lagoon, ate so much food, and now I'm just gonna retire for the night. Thank you so much for joining me on day one Tomorrow we'll go hit the mountains and maybe check out a waterfall or two, but I'll see you then. Good morning from Iceland. I was just out for a morning walk and an Arctic fox, the first one I've ever seen, runs up this hill and across. And oh my gosh, man, this is incredible. It's definitely cold, as the name Iceland should probably imply. And I'm not used to this weather right now, but this is just amazing. There's so much to see today. Waterfalls. I'm gonna tell some stories about elves, and let's just get started because there's so much to get into. Here we go. This is the part of the video where I leave the camera behind. I'm trying to go find the elves, and it sounds ridiculous as I say it to myself over again because I'm not even really sure what's going on here. But if I gotten any sense so far, it's that we gotta leave the camera behind. So I'm gonna go hike a mountain. I'll tell you about it when I get back. Made it back. Didn't see anything. Didn't really think I would. But, man, consensus, there might be something in Iceland. First 2 days here, this land just has a different feeling. Now that I've been here another day, man, there's a presence in Iceland that I've never felt anywhere else. But I'm gonna let it go for the rest of this video because, in the words of my friend Shelby, what she said to me right before I left, elves sound like there's something that finds you, not the other way around. So it's been a pleasure to pursue it, but now I'm letting it go and we're going to hot springs. Come with me. Well, this is incredible. Welcome to the Secret Lagoon. Very cold. It's very cold.
Oh, it's very cold. Okay.
Yeah. It's the hot place when we go back under the wall.
Oh yeah, that is cold. You're up, Molly.
I don't know, guys.
You wanted to go over here.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
It makes it feel nice, even though it's cold.
Woo!
You have to do it. Yeah,
You weren't kidding. Oh, brain freeze. That is cold.
Good morning from Iceland. So you can look and see on the mountains here, if you can see it in the GoPro. Way off in the distance, there is snow on the mountains. I just drove up this road yesterday, and you came and saw the national park with me, Dingvellir National Park. Today we're going to Seljalandsfoss waterfalls, if I'm saying that right. But just last night you could see winter starting to creep in. I leave in like 3 days, so hopefully we're not gonna get snowed in, but it's amazing how much the landscape can change. Like, there's snow halfway down the mountains now, and yesterday it was sunny as could be, just beautiful. Iceland's a little rugged out here, like, ugh. But that's what makes it so fun. So we're going off to see the most epic waterfall that I've ever seen a picture of today. Maybe Victoria Falls in Africa might be cooler when I eventually go to see that, but this waterfall looks ridiculous. So here we go. What are you? my gosh, there it is. Have you ever seen anything like this? I've never been to a waterfall like this and you can feel the wind. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. Let's see if we can go behind. That was one of the coolest things ever. Oh my gosh. Look how wet I am. I love Iceland. That waterfall was pretty epic, but you drive out of the tourist zone a little bit and look where I am now. This is the trail to my first hike in hot spring that I've found so far in Iceland. This place is like Selagvangagra. Who knows what it's called, but it's like a half-mile hike out, 0.6 miles according to the maps. And man, like this valley is unreal. It's so cool. I love my life. I love my life. And I'm really hoping that these hot springs are warm though, because I am wet. There it is. There it is. Here we come. Oh my gosh. Okay, not that warm. Not that warm at all. So it turns out it's more of a lukewarm hot spring, but the location is totally worth it. Unreal. Okay, so I'm just kind of cold after getting in this thing. This right here is the only warm spot. That one little thing, like that 4-inch square diameter. The rest of it is just cold, but probably the coolest location I've been to in Iceland so far. Like, just look at this. It's like, how is that real? Amazing. Good morning from my cute little Airbnb. This place is wonderful. But I just went on a little jog outside and there's been this mountain I've been seeing. It's been teasing me ever since I got here. Right now I'm in Mosfelder. And this mountain of Mosfell up here, this thing is big. This thing is kind of intimidating, but I've been seeing it every day. So I think we just gotta go hike it today. I went out for a jog and I just saw that mountain. I'm like, no, we gotta go do that instead. So here we go. This might be a hike. This is the mountain I keep seeing. That thing right there. Gotta go hike that somehow today. I don't know how to get up it yet or where to start, but that's what we're gonna figure out how to hike. Trailhead located. The mountain just keeps looking bigger the closer we get to it. I'm in shorts. I haven't eaten breakfast. The wind is blowing. There's so many excuses. We're gonna do it anyway. Ah! It's so funny. I did not want to start this hike. Look at this. I did not want to start this hike. I sat in that parking lot down at the base of this mountain for 10 minutes just looking at this.
thinking, oh my gosh, am I ready for this? And now that I'm out here, I just started. I think I'm only halfway up, maybe. And all I can think about now is give me more. It's so fun. You just gotta start. Ooh. You can see how far I've made it. The trail started down there. That's how far we gotta go. I gotta tell you, this is some of the most intense hiking I've done in a bit. That wind is really impressive. Whoa! Still got a ways to keep going. Don't want to freeze on the side of the mountain, so we're going to keep moving. Only a little bit more left. We just made it to the rock wall. Huge accomplishment. That was some hardcore hiking, but we're not done yet. We still got a rock climb up over this stuff, which looks very doable. This looks like the fun part, but it's also good to admire how far you come. This is why I do this stuff, man. This isn't bad. Let's keep moving. Rock climbing now. I don't want to be stopping too much to film on the side of this mountain because I don't want my hands to get too cold where it's not safe to climb anymore. But I want to give you a little bit of perspective on what we're dealing with on this rock and put you down, as this is the stuff we're climbing up. And I actually feel like I'm getting close now. So I feel like this little crag is our next way up. We just gotta wait out those wind gusts. Oh my goodness, that's scary when you're climbing. But we're getting close. Check out the view! I think we're coming up to the top, right up here. I think we made it. Maybe. Let's see. This is it! Oh my gosh! Oh, yes! I think that was probably the most intense hike of my life. Getting up the side of that thing. Some of that rock climbing was actually terrifying, but we made it up, and now we're gonna follow the real trail down. And if that doesn't deserve a hot springs trip, I don't know what does. So let's go find some hot springs and warm up, because this wind is getting chilly. Thank you for the hike, Iceland. Oh, we're here. Look at this. It's like a warm water river with different stops along it. I've never been to a hot spring like this. I guess we'll see how warm it actually is. There is so much hot water here. This is amazing. It just keeps going down the canyon in both directions. This is actually maybe the coolest hot spring I've ever been to. I wasn't expecting to say this, but this pool is actually too hot to soak in. We gotta find something less intense somewhere down here. I don't even know what to say. I'm just so happy. One of the best trips I've ever taken. You gotta come to Iceland. I'll have a guide in the description below about how wonderful this place is, but you gotta come. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna sit and enjoy for a bit. Catch up soon. Stay wild. be free.
And that concluded my trip to Iceland. I gotta tell you, this was probably the best solo vacation I've ever taken in my life. There is something in the air in Iceland that is unlike anywhere else I have ever been before. It's magnificent, it's beautiful, it's soul refreshing, and for solo travelers especially, this is a must-take trip. However, we have many more adventures to do, so I hope you join me on those by subscribing to the channel and seeing the next adventure videos that come out. And if you want more in-depth adventure content, you can click the link in the bio, subscribe to my email list, the adventure list, to get more content and get invites to join me on group adventure crew trips. Take care, stay wild, and be free. Bye, Iceland.